Hey there, everyone. It's your girl, Takia, the teacher of Redefining You Coaching and Mentoring Services with today's Redefining Thoughts. So, I'm here today to talk about something that comes up way too often, far too often. I've heard it repeatedly, other people have heard it repeatedly, and it's one of the scriptures that gets thrown around so much and so immensely when you're in a toxic relationship that it almost starts to lose value to you. And so at wedding ceremonies, you hear love is patient, love is kind, love does not boast, it is not proud, it holds no record of wrong, and there's a whole list of things that love does not do. Um, and there is a whole list of things that love should do. What tends to happen when you are dealing with a person inside of what has become or is actually a toxic relationship is that they will do all kinds of wrong to you. And so you want to not hold the record of wrong, but at some point, it's not that you're holding a record. It's the fact that the wrong is repetitive. And so they lie. They can lie. They can steal from you. They can cheat on you. They can say the most horrible and horrific things to you and then turn right around and gaslight you and say, no, I never said that. No, I didn't mean it that way. You didn't hear it that way. But they do this constantly. And then what comes behind it is the line, well, we're supposed to be able to forgive and move past that. We're supposed to be able to talk about that and squash it and move on. But it's only when they've done wrong to you and they want you to stay inside of the manipulation. So if it happens on the other side and say you do something that on a scale of 1 to 10 of wrong, what they've done is clearly a 10. What you've done is a 1 or a 2. So you didn't call that day to say you were going X, Y, and Z place. So now there's a blow up about it. But a couple months down the road, when it's supposed to be that wrong has gone and moved on, well, you don't call people and this, that, and the third, and it's all based off of that one incident. But the minute that you throw out there, well, a couple months ago, we had this same conversation and you lied to me then, and we're having this conversation because you've lied to me again. Now all of a sudden you're the wrong one because you're holding the record of wrong. But it's not the record that you're holding. It's noticing the pattern of the repeated behavior. And so to get out of that, once you realize the cycle and realize the way that these things turn, and you keep hearing about this record of wrong, but it's only a one-sided record, that's what happens when you start coming into the realization that something here is just not okay. And it may be time at that point for you to start looking for an exit if you can make one. Now, I get it. When people are married, there's the whole other side of everybody talks about, well, God hates divorce and you shouldn't split a man and a wife and all of that. I'm not even going to get on that today because that's a whole separate topic and a whole can of worms. If you are in a situation where there is repeated and repetitive wrong done to you, but there is no move or measure or anything in place to repair that and to change the behavior, modify the behavior, some sort of anything that tells you that there is going to be some sort of change, because by now you've seen the pattern. It's happened more than once. You're not holding a record. You're paying attention to the pattern. If you get to that point and you realize that you are in fact stuck in this cycle, there are different ways that you can start to come out of it. And the first thing is recognizing that it is in fact a cycle. And when you realize that, you can see it coming and try to do things to avoid it. And that does not mean you walk on eggshells in your house. That does not mean you silence yourself. That does not mean that you kind of just blend in with the background of what's going on. It means that you begin to put boundaries in place to stop those things. And one of those boundaries may have to be to put some distance in between you, because as long as you are in the same place, that behavior is bound to keep going. Things will be good for a little while, however long a little while happens to be, And then one day you'll wake up in the morning and they're suddenly not. And you're right back in this same cycle again and again and again. And it's exhausting. It's a drain. It's tiresome. And it's time for it to stop. So if you are in a toxic relationship, if you are having, if you don't have anyone to talk to, if you don't have anyone who understands, then definitely by all means find me on Facebook. I'm at Takia the Teacher. You can also join my private Facebook group, Redefining You, and just search it in the search engine. And I'll also put the link in the video comments as well. But join the group. We can chat there. I'll also put the link to my calendar. You can schedule a conversation. We can have a talk and begin to work on you redefining you. Because after years and years of this toxic behavior, sometimes you don't know how to come out of it. You don't know that you need a reset, or you know that you need a reset, but you have no idea how to make that happen. And so that you can start walking back in the victory that you have and be the woman that you are called to be, it may require some help. And that's what I'm here for. So I admonish you, please join the group. Again, find me on any social media outlet. I'm Takia the Teacher on everything. If you want to join the group on Facebook, the group itself is called Redefining You. And there's always the calendar appointment. You can send me an email. I'll put that address in here as well. But please reach out. Let's have a chat. Let's start helping you redefine you. This has been Redefining Thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Peace.